When we cover 20th century music in theory classes, minimalism inevitably comes up as one of the major movements of or styles of music that's innovated in the 20th century. It's sometimes called process music because often there is an underlying sort of rhythmic or melodic process that's working itself out through the entirety of it. Some of the pieces can be very, very long, an hour or longer. Some of them have direct ties to Indian raga music, which can go on for a day or longer. And they often are characterized with lots of surface rhythm, with some small evolving or slow evolving processes being worked out, and often tonal ideas are represented like a triad or a scale or something like that that morphs over time. It's great. Minimalism was my first love of 20th century music, and I think partly because of the very accessible sounds. Clapping music by Steve Reich is often used as a piece that's an example of process music, and I'll explain it here in a minute, but also as something that 20th century music students or theory students are made to perform or learn to do. And I've made my students do it in the past and even recently too. Here's how this works. It is because it doesn't have pitches, it's used a lot, and it's relatively short, but it gets the point across. There's this rhythm here which da 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 that's repeated. And in a real performance, you can repeat it 8 to 12 times. You can do it more. It goes pretty fast, like ya da 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 da, and you're just clapping it. And then the process is this: after you've done this enough times, then one part takes this first note and shoves it to the back, and the other ones push forward. So if you look on this second part right here, this 3-note gesture right here, the first note is pushed to there, and then all of these notes are shoved over one more, and that's the process. And so then the next section, this note here is pushed to the back, and then everything is moved over, and that's done while the original rhythm is done as an ostinato. So it starts off in unison, the process happens over time until finally at the very end they come back together. It's fun to do, it's relatively short. The challenge is to get from one section to the next. It's got 6 quarter notes here, 12 eighth notes, and it's purposefully without a time signature. But the feeling of what's on the beat and what's off the beat changes radically when you shift. And so each one of them is a unique sounding new measure of music. And that's challenging to do. And if you get off, it's hard to get back on. So what I did was I wrote lyrics so that the students could just use simple lyrics to help them practice. And so we would practice the lyrics, and then we practice clapping with the lyrics, and then we practice thinking the lyrics and just clapping. And then we have, just MIDI 2-part things. So you'll hear, like, they'll practice with something like this. And just every 2 times, it just shifts. Obviously, in a real performance, you do more. So we're here, and now we're here. And then we're here, okay, and so on. And it just is so much more efficient if they practice with something that takes abstract, i.e. the rhythms, and turns it into something concrete, which is the words. And so I'm just going to perform this as a reference. If you want to learn it, you can, and if you're a student of mine that needs to, or any student needs to practice, that's what I recommend. Practice with the words, practice clapping with the words, and then practice just thinking the words, okay? So I'm just going to do this once, and I'll put the audio on at the same time so you can hear them together, and we have a metronome then. Hungry, I could die. I am so hungry, I could die. Crayons are not for eating. No, crayons are not for eating. No, I would not eat a red pickle. I would not eat a red pickle. Although I would try kohlrabi, although I would try kohlrabi. You can't make me eat broccoli. You can't make me eat broccoli. I like cabbage and carrots. Yes, I like cabbage and carrots. Oranges are a citrus fruit. Oranges are a citrus fruit. Oil won't mix with water or milk. Oil won't mix with water or milk. We put jam on our buttered toast. We put jam on our buttered toast. Pancakes and waffles and syrup. Pancakes and waffles and syrup. Pass me the salt and pepper. Please pass me the salt and pepper, please. I'll say grace and then let's eat, 'cause I'll say grace and then let's eat, 'cause I am so hungry I could die. I am so hungry I could die. And that's it. Obviously, I think the thing is you just learn them enough repetitions and you know it, but that helps you if you get off. But the trick, of course, is when you come off of an eighth note at the end here, and then you have something immediate, or you have a rest, which is, you take a breath as a substitute. So like, I like cabbage and carrots. Yes, I like cabbage and carrots. Oranges, right? Yes, oranges. You just take a breath there. Same thing here. Oil won't mix with water or milk. We put jam on our buttered toast. We put jam on our buttered toast. Pancakes. So you have to reassert your rhythmic will over it, whether it's got a rest here or it doesn't flow quite nicely into there. Anyhow, that's it. Hope that's useful to even just a few future theory students. My daughter went away to Rice University and they made her learn that and perform that in their class. We do it too. Lots of places do it. So there you go. It's a hack for you to learn this.